Welcome to episode 36 of Solar Factory. We're on the home stretch. I've got a bit of a plan to finish this build out by episode 40, and that will actually complete this save effectively. I'll take a bit of a break after that and restart the game, probably, because I really do enjoy it. So what's the plan? So, I'm got to finish up the build. We've obviously got one side done. One side done. Got to repeat that on the other four sides. We've then got to make sure everything that's been made over here is coming to here as an overflow and stored somewhere. I think most of them are, but I've got to double check that. I've done this area. This area is now being completely stored. So some of it is on the top, is on the first level. So jump into here. We've got so iron plates are made over there. Copper sheets and wire, so they're here. We've also got motors, super motors, and rotors. Motors are made over there. Turbo motors are made over there. Time crystals are made over there. What else is made over there? I think that's it from here. I think, yes. We then jump into here. I've actually got signs, so I know where I'm going. Go into here. We've got diamonds are made there, stators are made there, automated wiring is made there. Electromagnetic control rods are not, but I'll explain where they're coming from. These are all basically part phase 4 stuff, so we've got the thermal propulsion rocket. That's the assembly directory system. That's the nuclear pressure conversion cube. That's the adaptive control unit. That's the modular engine. All of those are basically phase 4 parts. So they're all stored here, and they're all made in that section there. So we've obviously got to repeat that for that side, and that side. Make the rest of the building complete, and then that will be the next 2 or 3 episodes as we do each side of each direction and each side of the building. Then there'll be an episode of cleanup where we get rid of all the stuff underneath there, all of this stuff in here, and then episode 40 will be a quick roundup of everything, and we will feed all of the phase 5 components that are left. That's just the biochemistry sculpture, the AI expansion server, and the ballistic warp drive into that thing. And then we will send it on its way and see exactly how the end of this quote-unquote game story is. That's the plan, next 4 or 5 episodes. But for this one, we are going to basically finish that side of the design of that side, double check everything in here, fix up all that building so it's actually complete, and then that will be the end of this episode. Then we'll do the same for that one and the same for that side. So I'll come back once I've done this whole side, and then we'll double check what's over here that's not in here yet. Back in a bit. Okay, so we've done the building over there. So you can see we've got the 4 sides facing here, all done. So we'll do the holes in the wall facing this. We'll fix them in the cleanup episode, but that's the final bit. All the stuff done. So we'll do that. When we do that area, we'll do that one, and when we finish that northwest side, the west side will. No, that's the only one we've got to do because I've already done the other one. So that's cool. So we've just got one more side to do, and that building will be done. These buildings are next on the plan, so we've got to basically finish them, get them built, put the walls up, windows in, that kind of stuff, put the roof on. I've got to put a storage set up in that one and this one, awesome sink, that sort of stuff. Not too sure what we'll do with this window, this setup here, because it's not a standard shape. But that is the next plan, is to build these up, get them finished. Put in the coated floors, etc. And then get rid of that. Then we'll figure out which one of these things that have been made here are not being stored, because I think there will be a couple. Because none of them are probably overflowing in terms of that production, because they're all under. Which isn't a problem at the moment, because I've got enough to make the final phase 5 stuff, so that's all good. But I will probably look at as to figuring out why they're underproducing, get them all working 100% if we can, and then try and get some overflow to happen to then feed into the storage central tower. So we shall do that in a moment, but first off, get all these buildings done. And there are the final buildings made. So we put a roof on all 4 of them, we've made all the glass frontages and all that kind of stuff. We put stairs on 3 of the 4, I think. Yeah, 3 of the 4. Haven't put one on this one yet. Not too sure where I'll put it. I may put it on... May put it there. Yeah, that'll do. I'll put it there. Make this a side door, so it puts it there. We'll go architecture, and we'll make that one. And then we'll go... I think that's probably not going to be steep enough. Nope, so we'll get rid of him. And we'll do not that one, the stairs, which are really steep. And down to there. And we'll put a door on that one. Make that a centre. Ooh. There. Right. So that should be okay. Should be able to walk around the back of the containers there. Yep, that works. Beautiful. Cool. So what else have I done? I have been underneath and I have put in all of the... filled out all the floors now. So they're all done. I have also redone that a bit. That used to have a... where is it? Actually might be in architecture as well, I think. Had that again. I had that on the side, so I've changed it into a complete thing. So now we've got that. We've got power down the middle of it, and power to the wall connectors. There's one there. One there goes off to that, which goes to the swamp area to make sure that's all got power. That's all done. We've got completed all the floors, as I said, underneath here. I did in fact repath this water that was coming in through here. Was going across the middle of the platform, so I've repathed it to make it a bit more, get it a bit out of the way. And basically this area is done. We've got all of the things that this area makes, except for one. Whoa, that was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. And that's the superposition oscillators, which is right in front of us here. And that's where my problem starts. Because it hasn't got enough dark matter crystal. It needs 37.5 per minute. So they're just making one now. And I'm actually not sure what makes it go up. So it should be going... Oh, it's already been done there. So where's it coming up? So it must be coming up behind there. It's coming up there into here. Going center is overflow to that, so it comes out here. Goes down that one. It's there. It's in that corner. I think because that is needed in the production of the... Actually in the production of a couple of things if I recall. So let's just keep an eye on that. So it's coming down basically in line with that. So it's coming down here and it's going to be in the next one across. So it's not that one because it's the first building. So it's got to be here. Okay. That's interesting. So right and then overflow to the middle. And that joins that. So we should have guess there's actually one in there, so if I just go now they're out of that. Okay. Let's put that. So we come back up to here and just put them in there. Alright, so that shouldn't mean there should be one in there. Because it would have overflowed, surely. I'm intrigued. So if I just make that a half one. There, for example. What does that need? Needs 6 a minute. I'm making 6.25. Although it's running nowhere near efficient. So even that's what it needs. It's not getting that many a minute. Let's double check this. If I now, it might just be that it's not quite enough to start actual overflowing. Maybe that's why. Put 7 in there. Go and see. If any. Okay, so none are coming out that, so it's obviously not enough to overflow yet. Okay, that's fine. So what we'll do is we'll just do that. Because that machine is running way under spec. As I said, because we've got this issue with the dark matter crystals, we've always had issues with it for a while now, so it's probably time to really dig into it and try and figure out if we can actually solve this problem. So it's running nearly, not quite a half, so Chris, none of this is an issue. So we've got, all this is a fine. It's now going to make one because of it's got that. Now it's stopped. Okay, just trying to... So just to get a sense of what we've got here... We've got 3 machines that require dark matter crystal. One of them is the one we're looking at, which is the... that's not right, sorry. Okay, so... Singularity cell needs it. It needs 20 a minute. We've got the superposition oscillator, which needs... I've got it running at 125%, which is why it needs that's why it needs 37.5. And we've also got the ballistic warp drive, which needs 2 a minute. 37.5 plus... Now let me just go check the singularity cells is still running at 100%. I think it is. I believe it is. Yep, it is, and it needs 20 a minute. That's 57.5. And the ballistic warp drive is the last one that needs it, and that's... Assuming I'm running that 100%. Ballistic warp drive is over where? Is that one? It needs... Oh, it needs 40 a minute. Yes, it does. So that's makes it now in the order of 90 odd. 37.5 plus 40 plus 20. So yeah, okay. So we need, yeah, 97.5 is what we need. Okay. But we've got three machines making dark matter crystal, and only one is running at 100%. The rest of the other ones are running at half. Okay, so there's one down here. This one that's feeding the one upstairs. That's running at half because, not because of diamonds, it must be because of the dark matter residue. So we need... Oh, so apparently according to my other little tracking thing that I've created, I need 518.75 a minute of dark matter residue to feed the machines I've got. What have we got there? 150. Yeah, and I'm way under. I'm not even creating enough. Okay. So dark matter residue is our problem. So how are we going to make more of it? The problem with dark matter residue is that it dark matter residue is... So that needs 187.5, but the machine up top actually has it as an byproduct, and is making, if it was running 100%, it would be 156.25. But it's not, it's basically running at half. Which means it's not feeding... Which means it, where does it go down? It must come out, down there. Okay, so that one's coming out of that. Has then been joined by... the output, the byproduct of that, and the byproduct of that. That's also getting split. Oh. Wait a second, does that need dark? Does that need... So we've got 100 there. Because that's not running at a... Because that's not running enough because the magnetic field generator is not being fed in enough. So, what does it need? 4 a minute. Okay, let's go check that out. Magnetic field generator is right across the other side. It's way wanted that one there, I believe. No, that one there. Oh, okay, it's running at 1 a minute, which isn't anywhere near enough when we need 4 of them. But also, the magnetic field generator is used... What else is it used in? I'm pretty sure the magnetic field generator is used in... something else. No, it's just using our expansion server. Okay, so it's just using that. So, what are our options here? So what does it need? It needs electromagnetic control rods and versatile frameworks. So if we were to double the output of both of these to 2 a minute each, that'd give us the 4. We would need 5 a minute versatile framework between the two machines and 2 of that. So are we getting that via a drone? Would that be... Whoop. Would there be... So what do we get? Yes, that's only coming in at 2 a minute, so that would be underdone. So the other alternative we've got is to... I'd have to go and check versatile framework. Where does that come from? Ah, over there. Could this be up to suit it? So we need to double the output of this guy. So we need 6, we need 120 because we've got 30 and 30, so we've currently got 60. We would need 120 drone, 120 a minute of steel beams. And I suspect that's probably, oh, 120, okay. So we could do that. So where does the modular frames come from then? They must drone in from somewhere else. Where are they coming from? Coming from over there. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't check that bit. What does they need? So we need to have, so we've got 5 a minute currently. We'd need to double that to 10. Can we do that? Where's the door? There. It's apparently producing 12 at the moment, so the short answer to that is yes. And they do appear to be running okay. Let's just go up to the top for a second to see if it's being used anything other than... Okay. So, let's try this. So let's go over to versatile frameworks and double them. I do need to check... Oops. The problem... So we've got enough steel beams to do it, because we're getting 120 a minute anyway. So we can double these to the 20 a minute that we need to feed into this, but the problem's going to be is where am I going to get we need to double this to 4 a minute, and that's coming from the other factory, because that's coming in via this drone. So we're Factory West Terminal 4. Here it is there. Okay, so it looks like we do everything. I'm not too sure I can produce the extra requirements for the electromagnetic control rod. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump up to here. And I need to go to the desert area. So where's my desert one? Power plant, spare and spare. Which one's desert? That one. So we're just going to go across to the desert. Oh hell, that's loud. And we'll just see if this can produce more a minute. So we've got 9, okay, I remember doing something up here about it. That's what it is. So this one here, so it comes out of that machine there, goes into a splitter which will split it. What's this one producing? This is producing 9 a minute. So it'll come out of the first one. So to come out of the first one, split it, so you're now going 4.5, 4.5, and split it again. So now you've got now you've got 4.5 going straight up into this splitter and splitting 2 ways. So now you've got 4.5 divided by 2 means you've got 2.5 coming back. Which means if I got rid of that extra split, I'd be down 2.5 coming back into this main bit. So if I did that, does that mean I'm now going to be affecting the production that goes to the nuclear gens? So how much do they need? So if I go across here, just checking. So I come across here, nuclear gens, no. Just gotta find, here we go. So it looks like we're sending about 107 a minute to the generators, which would be feeding the manufacturers. Excuse me. I might just have to jump over there to see what exactly. Okay, so we've got enough to be going. So let's jump back into here, and we'll nuclear gens across the other side. Power plant. So those electromagnetic control rods are coming in to one of these drone ports. I think it's that one, 107 a minute. Yep, there it is. So that's coming into here. It's then going down the left side. I'm just trying to think. Doesn't get used there. Does it get used in this final one? Yeah, it does. So we need 3.6 a minute here times 4. So 3.6 times 4 means 14.5. So that's one number we need, 14.5. We then come along here to these machines, because they also need the control rods. They need 4 a minute, and I believe there's 18 of them. 3 sets of 6 for 18. So, we put a bracket around that. And then we go open bracket 18 by 4. Not 118. 18 by 4 and close it. 86.4. So let's just make sure I've got that right. So 72 a minute for this lot. So that would mean that we could probably lose a couple. So there should be a backlog through here, and there is. You can see there's a backlog through here. That's where it splits, it goes along those two paths. So the machines that go down the deal with all the waste. And it's stopping there. Okay, I think we can safely remove that extra split. So I'm going to remove the extra split and ultimately send 4 to this main factory, which means we should be able to cope with. Should be able to do that. So let's just go over here and just go to the top of this building, and we will just drop into here. Oh, not too far. And we'll get rid of this extra split here. If you need to put it back, we'll just get rid of that, which means there won't be an output, which means it'll go straight through. That should mean we're now getting effectively, so to remind us what we've got here, so we've got 9 coming out here getting split. So now you've got 4.5, 4.5. 4.5 will now go straight through, 4.5 will now go that way. So by doing that, we're going to be sending I don't know if the number's going to go like probably round up or round down to, it'll either round down to 4 or round up to 5 or something, but ultimately that number we're seeing coming into the main factory will now double. Take a little while for it to filter through, but so that's now doubled. There's probably enough sitting in the backlog of that machine that we could probably pretty safely double the production of those versatile frameworks. So I think we're good. So let's just jump over here, and I should be able to then double the production of the magnetic field generator. So we'll see where we go. Take a while for it to eventually catch up and sort of filter out and actually start producing more. But I think that's the first thing we need to do. So let's go into here and double these. Have I got? Oh, of course I don't. I don't have any bloody shards on me. Damn it. So we'll double the production of everything and get those magnetic field generators doubled. That means we'll feed the AI expansion server the 4 that it needs, which means that hopefully if it then starts running at 100%, it'll start outputting more, and maybe it'll just start to filter out a bit more. I'm not too sure it's actually going to work, but it's one of the first steps we've got to do. I've gone way too far. I do not want to come to here. I want to come down here. So I'm also, by the way, starting to get rid of some of the stuff in here. So we've got rid of all the screws, so we can get rid of that guy. And that one. The idea is to basically empty everything out of here because I don't need all of it. Oh, that's already done. Cool. Right, I need some of these. Grab those. Okay, so we've got rid of the rods. Cool. We'll add. I'll let this one side. Clear one side. Okay, so let's go and put a couple of power shards in each of these assemblers to double the production of the magnetic field generators. And then we'll need to double the production of the versatile frameworks, which I think we can do with what we're already producing, so I think they're good. So dump it down here. Da-dum, da-dum. And double that. And then we'll grab a couple of those and double that. If we then just go grab our oh, that's weird, it doesn't think I can see it. Oh, there it is. Weird. So if we jump into that, so that's on track 10. It's making 10, which is cool. We go and check the versatile frameworks. We check that. Inputting, okay, it's bizarre. Actually, can we here? So we don't need to change anything here because we're already reducing enough in the first place. That's cool. The only thing we need to be aware of is whether we have enough electromagnetic control rods queued up, so to speak, in the belt. Oh, yeah, we do. Got heaps. So now we should be making 2 a minute there. Not sure why it thinks it needs. That's bizarre. If we now come over here, it should say 4. There we go. So it now says 4. Cool. Okay, so I think we've got all that sorted out. I think we're okay. We'll have to come and check that in a little while's time to see if it's all filtered through. That should now feed 4 magnetic field generators to the AI expansion server machine over here. It'll take a little while for it to catch up and actually start to filter through. So that should mean we now should have... No, that's not what I was after. Wrong machine. This next one across. Into here. Nope, that's not it either. Oh. It's this one I want. Yeah, so now we've got that. And that's already gone to 58%. That was at 48% before, so I think that's already picked up a little bit already. Yeah, so that... Okay, so that's now doing... That's slowly going to creep up, or we could sit here and watch it, and it would slowly creep up to 100% eventually. So, what else? That means we're now going to start having more of that being produced. Because it's also used up there. I did actually put... Another mod that I found actually had a pipe counter. 125, that's interesting. Which is, according to that, it needs considerably more than that. So let me go check if that's actually accurate. So that's going up. Yeah, is the pipe still going through there, or is it used... It's used in here. It needs 150 a minute. Okay. 150 a minute. 150 a minute there. So let's just see how much dark matter crystal we're now, not dark matter residue. We're now, yeah, we are still massively behind. I'm not too sure what my solution is to this. What have I got actually producing it? Maybe I need to double. Maybe I just need to have a machine that just makes the dark matter residue and just feed it into the pipe system. We do actually have a machine that is making dark matter residue from a converter. It's not that one, it's not them. Where is it? Where have I gone? It's not up there. Oh, it's around there somewhere. Is that it? No. Oh, sorry. Might be that one. Yeah, it's going to be that. So that's making 150 a minute of the dark matter residue, but I think it's feeding it only used inside this setup. Yeah, so it's just used in the production of, I think I'm in the singularity cell tower here, so I can't do anything with that machine, so I don't really want to change to fix that. But across the rest of it, just doing some maths here, we've got 100 being made somewhere. 100, not that times, 112.5 plus 156.25. That's how much I need for everything else. 368.75. Actually not that, I'm not sure I'm that far off it. I think I might only be a little bit short of it. Let me just do a refresh of the encoder update. Oh, okay. I think we might actually be getting there, because now. So you take out the. So we just had that. So I go plus 150. I get 618.75. No, 150 we did. So that's what I need for the entire factory to produce it, but that 150 on the end is just using one production tower and it's not shared with anybody, so get rid of that and you've got 368.75. Now you can't see what I'm looking at here, but I've created, there's a mod I'm using on here called where is it? That one there, remote monitoring, fix-it remote monitoring. It creates an API from all the game's data, and I feed it into a little MySQL database, and I've got a web front end to it. I might even do an episode on this at some point in the future, all this stuff I've done. And according to that, which I've only updated a few seconds ago, I'm producing across the board 400. total, which does in fact include the 150. So that's a bit of a problem actually. Now I think about it, I've overcounted that. So I'm still not producing enough. So it is going up though. That's the point. If I refresh the encoders, now go back to dark matter crystal and on that, it's now at 410. So if I my actual target, that's my target, 368.75. But that includes the 150, that's my problem. So I actually need... So I'm creating 410 at the moment, minus 150. So I'm actually only creating 260. So I'm still about 100 short. Okay. So whereabouts are we producing dark matter crystal, no sorry, dark matter residue as a byproduct? This is, so everything is going up. We've got it sort of up into the 60s and 70s percentage in terms of production. And let's go up to this one here, and that maybe that'll start to make everything just flow through a little bit better. Just have a look at this one to see what this is doing. Even this is up into the 60s now, so these are all at the 50s and 40s. So they are definitely making a difference. So where have we got... So if we can get this one... What's this one doing? Okay, so what do you need? Supercomputers. You see now this is 112.5 a minute, it's running 50%. So that's only spitting out 60 odd a minute, but we've got 4.5 supercomputers required a minute, so clearly I've got that problem. So let me just go back to here for a second. Let's just double check what we've got there. So you don't worry about that. So we need 4.5 supercomputers a minute, and I'm only spitting out 2.25 according to that. Let's go check that. So supercomputers are where are they? Directly across from us. One of the back towers, I think. Just do another refresh of my encoding to see if it's improved. And not by much. About 415. There's computers. Supercomputers should be back there. So, are we actually aiming to produce enough here, or are we not? So we're reducing only 3 a minute. Okay, options are we try and put this up to 4.5 to actually match what it needs, and that would mean... So, if I just go find the supercomputer recipe, it's the standard supercomputer recipe. So it, which is that one. So even if I went to 250%, that would give us 4.7 a minute. See, well, 4.68888. So it's not quite enough. Even that would be enough, but not really. But then yeah, all this adjusts with it. That's the problem with that. So let's just go back down to 3, which is what it was doing. So we would need to, if we went up to basically 4.7, which is maxing it out, we would need 18.75 computers a minute, 9.375 AL limiters a minute, 14 high-speed connectors a minute, and 131 plastic a minute. Let's see if any of that's possible. If that's not possible, the only option we've got is to dump in some submersible loop multipliers and just have that produce more. But let's just go see what we can do. So plastic would need to go up to 100. Let's look at these other 3 first. So just to confirm my numbers here, let's just set this to 250%, and you can see it's 4.688. So 131, 14 and a numbers are so accurate, 14.062. So we'll just call it 19, 9.5, 14 and 131 or something. So let's see what AL limiters are across the other side here. Actually, high speed connectors are around here somewhere, aren't they? Is that them there? Is this the high speed connector tower? It is. Oh, not too sure why I've got that open, but okay. Oh, okay. Oh, it's already producing 18. Okay, so where is that being used in? That's already producing 18 a minute. Yeah, I've already got summer slips doing that one. Where's the door? There. Not that I really need it, so just got the window open. So where are they coming down? They're coming down there. Okay, so this has been... So it's going into a smart splitter. Left is where it goes, and overflow to the right. Okay, so it looks like it actually might be overflowing. And that's going... Okay, so we've already got enough for that. That's covered. How much plastic have we got? According to that, not enough. Well, it is backing up, so maybe it is enough. Where's that been made from? That's been made from the far end, isn't it? That's been made from the... Let's go right here for a second. Let's go check AL limiters. So AL limiters now jumps up to 9.375. Computers I think I'm okay with, because I think computers are droned in and they're doing like 25 a minute, so I think that's actually okay. Is this AL limiters? Yes, it should be. Got to get round to putting all the signs up and all the billboards and stuff I did, so I know what these buildings are, because I don't remember them all by the top of my head sometimes. Oh, there's my door. So your copper sheet going up to here. So according to that, it's producing 15 a minute. Let's go and check this. So that's making... Okay, that's making 15 a minute. So the only thing that might be a problem is actually the plastic. Might be underdone, but let's go check the computers. I'm sure they're coming in at 25 a minute. Because I upped the production of the computers a while back to be more. Yep, let's just go and check this. It is load right now coming in. Yeah, it's 25 minute. We only need 18. And I don't think they're used anywhere else other than the... Actually, they might be used somewhere else. Let's just double check that. So they're coming down... They're going into there. Let's put that back. So it comes into there. It's going in a smart splitter, which is saying computers to the left and computers to the right. Which makes no sense. And does it overflow to the left? Overflow to the left, but there's nothing on the right. That's a bit weird, so we'll just get rid of that. That for a second. So it goes straight forward, and then splits just as a standard split. So okay, so 25 coming in, and it is split think we're okay. I think we're okay for computers. I'm going to leave it okay. Let's go check the plastic. That might be the problem we might have. We might not get enough plastic. So, just jump back up. Where was that machine? It's over there. So if we now get back into supercomputers, just check where it's going. So what I generally do to watch how this is going is you look at that, look at this number here when that finishes a cycle. So it drops down to about a 157, 158. What does it drop down to after the next cycle is finished? So it's roughly the same. Yes, it went to 155, so I think we might be a fraction under when it comes to plastic. So the plastic comes from the is coming from the way over there. So I'm just going to go to the top, and we'll go to the very top, and we'll teleport to that area. Just not too sure which one of these it is. Not one of those ones. It must be one of these. Power plant aluminium, that's the one. Because this is the plastic. These 4 or 5 machines here are all making the plastic that we're using. Just want to know what the number is. The total is 30 per machine times 5 is 150. So let's follow that plastic. So it comes down that one, I think. Is that it? So according to that, we're not making that much. Wait a second, what's going on here? Okay, so that's producing 158 plastic. Well, throughput is 158. Just don't know which one of these it is. So now it goes left. What are you? You're a merger. So what are you merging with? Ah, the plastic from that other area. Okay. It goes that way, so it's the left-hand one of those. So we'll just come through to here. Actually, before we go any further, let me just double check if we're getting any plastic from this train dropping off. XX plastic from the Spire Coast, so I'm just curious if there's actually anything coming in. Okay, so we're getting 61 from that. So if we're getting 61 from that, and in theory we've got 150 odd coming from that setup, that's over 200. Okay. What does this little guy tell us? Yeah, okay, so it's completely bonkers. It doesn't know. Probably should just put a counter on that one to see what exactly is coming through. But if it's doing over 200, we're laughing. I think. Not sure what else is using plastic in the main factory, so we'll double check that as well. Just want to make sure this is not going and being used in here. No, it isn't. Okay, cool. So the plastic will be coming in through that there. You actually see it there. See it coming down there. It's coming in there. And it drops down. Where does it go across there? Left and right. Then goes up for some reason. And up again. It comes out there, okay. Does it split somewhere and go... I think it does split somewhere, doesn't it? Okay, so it goes up there. And again. And again. And does in fact split. In fact it splits 3 ways, okay. That's a smart splitter. So it doesn't split 3 ways, it's splitting left and centre and overflow to the right. So that's going to the supercomputer because I know that's there, the 4 inputs for it. So what's this one to the left? Ah, high-speed connector, right. It's going into here, so it needs 36 plastic. So I think we're going to be. I'm going to let it go for a bit. I think it might be okay. If we come to it now and just see if it's actually. So that's at 200. I think we might be okay. Let it run for a bit. We'll update those signs in a moment. Let's go check what that's doing. So now we should have a significant increase in the production of the whatever it was that needed it. It's already forgotten. Yeah, the neural quantum processor needed it, which is the, I think it's that one in front of us if I recall. So if that's now producing more, let's go check what it's now running at. It's now running 100%. Nope, that's that one. That's not the one I'm after. I want... Is this the one I want? It's the one that needs supercomputers. Yes, now the neural quantum processor is now running at 88%. Therefore now spitting out close to that number there. And because this is now running at 100% or getting close to it, that means we should hopefully have this one now running closer to 100%. Because of this as well, so that's now running 100%. So let's go check now. I'll just refresh my little thing here. Just done on another screen, and we go into dark matter crystal, and we click on that. We're now across the board creating 500 a minute, so I'm now thinking, so I'm almost producing the maximum amount that I need. So let's go check what Okay, so according to this I need to refresh my particle accelerator stuff. And we'll just do that. So according to what I'm looking at now, I've got 2 of them running 100%, and the one that requires 37.5 a minute, which was this one, is going to be really close to 100% now, like in the 90s. There you go, 98. Okay, so I think we might be on track. So this is producing the superposition oscillator thing up the top here, and that's now running 98%. So I think those little tweaks we've just done have made everything start to actually work properly. So we may even start seeing, let's jump down to here, where is it? Down to here. Let's check what's your, there's nothing on board, but yeah, I think it'll take a little while for it to really flow through, but I think I'll find over the next little while that those machines actually start going up to 30, actually start running 100%. And as this is actually feeding itself, it'll actually mean it, because you can see it's the thing above is also producing the offshoot of the dark matter crystal, dark matter residue, sorry. So as this starts becoming 100%, which is very close to it, that starts coming out 100%. So you end up even, it sort of just works itself out basically. So if I just jump back in and do the encoders again. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. So that ended up being way longer than I thought because I had to do that little bit. So I'll probably cut this down a little bit because it was ended up being an hour long video. So I'll probably cut down all the travel. You probably didn't see a bunch of travel I did a bunch of flying across the map. I will cut all that out and make this video a little bit shorter. But I think that means that the east area is done. Everything that's been made here has been stored centrally. I think we've got the production pretty much on track. Let's just check this one because this is another one that's requires dark matter crystal stuff. Oh, not quite. It's running 75. So hopefully, if we get everything else lining up, this might start to work out itself. Let's just check. So one of these is making the dark matter crystals. Well, it's running 100%, so how on earth was that not running 100% then? What's not running? That might take a little while for it to flow through as well, but I think that was in the 50s before, and I last checked it was in the 60s, so I think that's slowly going up as well. Just see what the number drops down to. So it should drop down, it's going to take 40 each one. So it's nearly at 100%, so it's 68, 69, drops to... Yeah, so it must drop down to about 29. Okay. Just see how then... Just keep an eye on that one, but that one might take a little bit as well. Alright, that'll do for episode 36. So, episode 36 is done. Just check my little plans. So, next episode, we're going to work on that production, all those buildings over there. That whole area, so the north area. So we're going to look at what needs to come into central storage, that's overflow from here. I can look at a couple of things. I've got heat sinks, you can see them right there. There's aluminium casings on the left there. That also means we build out the rest of the platforms underneath. So you can see there's all these gaps over here, so we build all them out. All these floor levels get filled out properly. All these big gaps get filled in, basically. That's part of what I'm doing. The other part of what I'm doing as a part of this little area is that I'm also going through and making all the floors the same, coating them in the plastic and that kind of stuff. Coating in the coated concrete foundation, making the roof the correct. We'll also fix all these windows that aren't the correct type as well, get rid of all them. We may look at fixing the roofs as well, but we'll see. So yeah, that's what we'll do in episode 37. So until then, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.